Alrighty guys, what's up? Welcome to this new channel I just created for Skylanders. I've been getting back into Skylanders, so I decided to create a channel and see if I enjoy making content for it. So what I'm going to start with is kind of a classic video that a lot of people seem to do, which is just ranking the Skylanders games. Now, you can see here, I do have all 6 of them. I'm going to rank all 6 of them from worst to best. Obviously, we got Spyros Adventure, we got Giants, we got Swap Force, we got Trap Team, we got SuperChargers, and we've got Imaginators. So without further ado, let's get right into the video. Alright, now unfortunately, in last place, I am going to have to give it to Skylanders Spyros Adventure. This game, for me, a lot of the reason why I'm putting it in last place is, one, because I didn't play it when I was a kid, so it's not like I have that nostalgia. I didn't play it until more recently when I got back into Skylanders, so it's kind of hard for me to put it on the same caliber as other games when there's zero nostalgia. The other reasons are the graphics just don't hold up. Other games look a lot better, and I feel like it's hard to deny that, especially the more recent 4 look very good compared to this game. And then we talk about the gameplay, which is just overall very bland in Spyros Adventure. A lot of it is not bad, but there's nothing that makes it special. There's nothing that makes it stand out compared to the other games, which is kind of sad and does make it less replayable, less fun to play overall. But this is still a great game. I do really like it. There are just some issues that I have. The characters look kind of blocky. Graphics are not very good. It seems like an older game. The recycling of level themes is also something I'm not a fan of at all. In this game, does a lot of it. It's just not for me overall. The other games seem to do a lot better, at least in what I prioritize in games, which is gameplay and graphics. Those are very important for me, as well as fun new locations that are unique and diverse. This game just has a lot of things that aren't really flaws, but more just I don't personally prefer them and they don't work for me, which is why I get 6th place on my list. Alright, now next up for me in 5th place is going to have to be Skylanders Swap Force. Now, this game I loved as a kid. It was one of my favorites. I have so much nostalgia for it, and the roster's great. That's a lot of the pros right there. Now, the cons for me are really what ruined this game. There's a lot of issues that I have with it. Levels are way too long. Recycled level themes also make it horrendous. You spend it's basically like 4 hours in the same location in the entire game. You're only ever in like 4 locations, like a basic swamp slash tropical environment, snow environment, desert environment. That's pretty much it, and then there's a few random levels scattered in between, but those are very few. Now, as far as the roster goes, this game has a great roster. I love most of the Skylanders, but the gameplay is really what drags it down for me. The combat and exploration are pretty good, but the levels are way too long and they get boring. There's a few standouts like Mudwater Hollow that I love. Love Mudwater Hollow. That's such a great level. But there are a bunch that suck. Like, I don't like any of the desert or any of the winter levels. Those all kind of suck in my opinion. This game just has a lot of good, but the bad just drags it down so much. Another thing that I want to touch on is the story. The story for this game is pretty mid in my opinion. Like, I don't think there's anything that great about it. Like, it's not horrendous, but it's not super impressive. So I think a lot of the other games have better stories than this one, which is why it lands in 5th place, as I don't like replaying it that much, and I don't find it nearly as fun as the other games, despite the graphics being absolutely beautiful and the highlight of this game. Now, next up, in 4th place, we have Skylanders SuperChargers. SuperChargers does a lot of stuff right. The gameplay for the most part is very fun. The characters are also really great. So many of them are super fun to use, and the graphics are amazing. The game looks great. The levels also don't have recycled level themes, and each level feels unique and fun. My issue is the gimmick. The racing is not fun. I do not like it. I don't get much enjoyment out of it, and I wish it wasn't in the game at all. And because it's such a big part of the game, it really drags this game down a lot. If it didn't have the racing, it would be a lot better in my opinion. But this game is still great, and I do really like it. That's why it gets 4th place. Now, in 3rd place, in entering the top half of the games, is Skylanders Giants. This game is super fun. I really like playing it, One of the only issues that I have with it is the roster. The roster is pretty small for a Skylanders game, only having 16, which is half of what I think it should have. I think each game should have at least 32, and this game only has half of that. So that isn't very good, but other than that, the gameplay is very fun. The levels are also unique. There's a wide variety of different level themes, and it does not get boring or frustrating as you go along playing through these levels. It's overall very fun. I do really like this game. One thing that I do think is interesting is when I imagine playing this game and think about it, it always seems really fun, and then when I actually play it, I normally don't think it's as good as I thought it was going to be, which is kind of weird, but it's still great though. I think it's definitely a top 50% Skylanders game. I think Toys for Bob really hit this one out of the park, and it's just an overall improvement of Spyros Adventure. If you're playing through this game using a giant, you're going to have so much fun, because the giants are super powerful, and they can do so much stuff that makes the gameplay way more enjoyable and diverse. There's a lot of different things they can do that will spice up the gameplay and make you have a better overall time, which is why Skylanders Giants gets third place and is the first game in the top half of my list. Now, coming in the number 2 spot is Skylanders Imaginators. This game is so awesome, and I always love playing it. It has one of the best rosters of any game, probably the best or the second best compared to some of the other games. It has amazing levels, in my opinion. The levels in this game are so great, especially the expansion pack levels. I absolutely love Lost Imaginite Mines, Cursed Iggy Temple, Enchanted Elven Forest is okay, Griffin Park Observatory is okay, but it has good levels overall. The levels are so overhated, and I don't know why. The characters and the senseis and the Imaginators make this game so much fun and so enjoyable to play through every time I play it. It's a game that I find myself coming back to all the time. Yes, the story is kind of stupid and boring and a slug to get through, but if you can ignore that and just play the game for what it is, you'll have a great time, which is why I like this game so much. It's just fun to play. The roster is great. All the characters are so unique and overpowered as hell, and it's super fun to play with them. Another thing that I do like about this game is just the gameplay overall. The exploration of the levels and the level length is great. The levels have many different themes going for them, which keeps the gameplay diverse, and there's a lot of different things that I like about the gameplay, such as Sensei Shrines and Imaginite Chests, which are pretty fun in this game. Now, coming in first place, you guys already know what it is. It is Skylanders Trap Team. This game is a popular favorite Skylanders game, and for good reason. It is so much fun. The gameplay is just so enjoyable overall, and some people will complain about glitches. I can understand that. The glitches do get annoying and frustrating, but for the most part, I don't notice them or even encounter them while I'm playing, so it's something that I don't really think of as a negative. The levels in this game are top-notch. I think they are the perfect length, and none of the level themes repeat or are recycled, which makes every level feel fresh and new, and like you're really exploring a new area and not just an extended version of an old area. The characters are also amazing. The Skylanders in this game is one of the best rosters in the series, without question. The Trapmasters are amazing. You got so many great ones like Wildfire, Snapshot, Crypt King, Thunderbolt, Gusto, Shortcut, Enigma. I love all those guys. They are so great, so fun to play as. The cores are also great in this game. You have so many overshadowed cores that don't deserve to be overshadowed because they're awesome. This game is just so much fun to play, and I haven't even touched on the gimmick, the main thing of this game, which is trapping villains. The villains are super fun. Absolutely love playing as them, and there's such a wide variety. The boss fights in this game are top-notch, and none of the other games can even compete. And then when you finally get to trap the villains, very cool, very creative gimmick, and playing as the villains is awesome as well. I don't have really any issues with this game, and nostalgia just makes me even love it. Just makes me love it even more. Honestly, this game is probably my favorite game ever. If not, it's definitely in the top 5. So that's why Trap Team's number 1. Alright, so that is just about going to wrap it up for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I sure enjoyed making it. And please consider subscribing or liking, anything you can do to support this channel, because if you enjoyed the video, that's the only way to show it to me, and if I see that, I will know you guys liked it, and I will be encouraged to put more content out there for you guys. And don't be offended by anything I said in this video. It's just my personal opinion. It's not like I'm speaking from an objective point of view. I want you guys to understand that. I'm not trying to offend anyone. I'm just putting my opinion out there. So thank you guys for watching. If you want to see more, leave comments saying what you want to see. If you want to see me do playthroughs or locks or reviews or top 5s or rankings, any of that, I'm open to all suggestions and everything. Put it in the comments. I'll read them, and I'll get back to you, probably saying whether I'll do it or not. Bye. probably will do it. I probably do everything, you guys. But down there, any ideas will be much appreciated. Thank you guys for watching. I will see you guys next time.